Hello, everybody. My name is Roberta, and thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do a reading that is going to be for the week of January 10th to the 16th. I have already done one for the collective for the Divine Masculine and Feminine, but I felt like I wanted to do one, and I want to kind of call it What the F? How are we navigating these times? What do we need to know? What is going on? What is hidden? What's wanting to be revealed? How do we navigate this? And where are we going with it all? We are going through so many different things. Some probably more than others, in the sense that there's some, it seems to me anyhow, maybe don't feel like they're looking out and things are affecting them like quite a few of us feel and see things that are really challenging, soulfully, mentally, emotionally, draining, challenging at this time. And that, we've had 2 years of stuff we did not see coming. Some of us might have felt things coming, but we didn't know what. And we're all kind of a different space with how we're navigating stuff. But it feels like as we enter this new year of 2022, we're here on January 10th, as I'm doing this recording, I'm like, what kind of readings can I be doing to maybe help navigate with what is going on? So you're going to resonate with this reading if you are someone's like, I'm seeking some support and guidance. I'm finding things challenging. We're going to look at maybe even like how we emotionally are navigating things. What's the support here for us mentally? The support, how do we nurture ourselves? There just feels like there's something that wants to be birthed here to offer support. So I'm going to start with a bit of like, what's a general message for us from source, from our higher self this week, to help us, that for those that are seeking some extra care, some extra direction, and how we're navigating the world. This is really about how are we navigating the world, where we live, our communities, I'm in Canada, so our provinces, our countries, wherever it is for you. There's a lot. And this whole year, I believe, the one that's coming up here, I really don't think it's going to get any better. But what I do believe it's going to be different than last year. And the year before that was different than our past year. It's just going to be something different. I still think there's going to be things rising that we're not going to be just going back. There is no going back. And that's my opinion. We are not going back. So how are we navigating what's going to be coming up for us through this new year? We don't know exactly what it's going to look like or feel like, but my sense is we're going to still need to be working really hard on what kind of world do we want to live in? How are we anchoring into the choices that we are personally making for ourselves, for our family, for our children? And how do we navigate this? Because I believe this year is going to be a lot of things rising up that some of us have seen from the beginning. Some of us are seeing throughout the journey, but I think it's going to be more and more. People are going to be seeing things that may be really hard for them, and that may cause more rippling effect that makes it possibly a lot more challenging for some others. So how do we want to navigate this? How do we work through this? So thank you for still being here with me. If you're still here before I even have gotten to the cards, let's pull some cards here. This week, let's land into a 1 week at a time here. January 10th. What is coming up for us? What is the support theme that we need to be aware of for this week? This one says, you are good enough. And it's a full moon in Virgo. And so full moons in the Virgo sign, and Virgo sits in with really with Mercury. Interesting. If you go look at my other reading I did for the Divine Masculine and Feminine this week, we had a lot of things with, first of all, we had a Virgo card in that one. We had a lot of things about communication. So there is knowing and hearing, knowing that whatever you're feeling, whatever the information that's coming in, either it's self-talk or what's coming in for you, how it's processing through you, and what's being illuminated in your life, and how you are showing up. You are good enough. You are doing well. I know a lot of you are questioning various things, which is great. We need to be questioning. We need to always be open. But I have no doubt there's some of you that are having moments of like, what the F? What the F? Am I choosing correctly? Why can't I see maybe something this way? Why don't other people see certain things this way? And there's so much of the mental thought within our communication that it can feel like it pulls us down. But there's a message here saying you are good enough. Whatever you're doing, however, like what's coming out, what you're choosing, you're good. You're good. Don't bring yourself and pull yourself down is what I'm hearing. You're doing well. It says, this one's the full moon in Taurus. So we got two full moons. So something is definitely illuminating. Both of them are in earth signs. Taurus and Virgo are both earth signs. So there's something in the tangible world, in your world, what's around you, what you see and feel and how you're living every day. There's something that's being illuminated for you that's saying, you know, whatever you're doing good, you're doing well. And now this is like toxify, it says. So release whatever shit is not like doing you well. That might be people, that might be thoughts, that might be emotions. Release. Detox your environment, what you're around. Yes, this could be a message about just cleansing and detoxing, which we think of the start of the new year. But since this reading is directed, we are directing this right about the events and the situation and energetics that are going on in this world. There is an asking, and there is an illumination, something very clearly being shown in your life, what has to let go, and trust that you are doing well. Virgo is also about the self-care. Virgo wants you to look after self. So there's stuff that's coming up this week to say, hey, look at this. Let me get one more card here. Just some support and message. Willpower. So it's got to come from within you. Whatever is going on, how you're navigating this week, you're being asked to look within yourself, that you have the strength. I'm hearing with this card. You have the strength to know how to illuminate, how to see, how to navigate whatever's coming in and whatever you're seeing. And this card here, interesting enough, but I'm just seeing this, she has a moon. You can't really see in here because it's not focusing for you guys, but there's a moon right here, and then the world. And she's balancing that illumination of what's being seen. The moon represents, seeing something brightly, clearly, our intuition, trusting our intuition, the nurturing feminine side of ourselves. And then she's holding the world. And what's being illuminated. There's a light that's coming straight across. What's being illuminated. What you need, message and guidance, will be coming through. Have the strength. Be clear within self to receive what you need to receive. Cleanse out what you don't need in your life, and trust in yourself. those are the messages I'm getting there. So let's look at what's for this week, what's being hidden. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's being hidden. Some people are seeing a little more clearly than others, but there's still lots that is trying to be hidden. So let's look at what that might be. What's being hidden that we need to be aware of? You get the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. So sevens, the number 7 is a very spiritual number. Pentacles, Earth, this beautiful card here is, what are you putting attention in? What are you putting focus in for growth? You know, he's putting energy focusing on this little tree here. The roots are going deep. You can't always see what is there, right? What stories, what obstacles, what's going on beneath. So it's feeling like you got to trust where are you putting your energy, because there's things that are hidden beneath the surface. Look at what's coming up to the surface. I feel like look at what's being shown and then go deeper. There's things much deeper, as we know, that are hidden, but that are growing deeply. And with 7, there's this spiritual essence message that there's something being, I'm hearing, there's things wanting to be kept hidden that are very, I'm hearing of like for the good for us, but there's something wanting to keep something hidden from us. We think of hidden things as bad. We don't want to be showing things that are that would be turned against somebody for the worst, like dirty lies, dirty things, dark things. But I'm hearing with this that there's also things here that are of higher essence that are trying to be pushed down, are trying to keep buried so we don't see. And what I'm also hearing with this is part of that is all this work that those of us that are working really hard at holding our truth, holding that what is soulfully right for us individually and for family and for community and for others, those that are doing all this work that's being trying to be pushed down. For a lot of us, there's this feeling of being alone. And there's this message constantly, there's more of us than we all realize. We've got to trust there is a lot of us that are trying to hold strong and make better way for the future to come, that we are holding the light and the love and the strength that is needed this time, because there is a lot of dark crap that's going on out there. And so that's almost what I'm hearing is being pushed down, trying to be hidden, but it's rising. There is a rising, there's something. So keep your energy, keep your focus, the message of keep putting the love and what your attention is and what you believe in, even though it's being buried and hidden, because we asked what was hidden, it's there. Just keep your focus there, but it is trying to be hidden. And what I also see, we get the Two of Cups about partnerships and people coming in, and it's very much that message here of there is so many that are wanting to be in this partnership, in this coming together, a community of love and acceptance and of just like working together. They're trying to divide. There's this division that is happening, but underneath what's hidden is they're aware of that, but it is happening. It is there. There is people coming together. There is union in different ways, but we're not quite feeling it. We have, I think, glimpses of it with maybe our people that are around us, our community, or certain things that we are navigating in. But there's this part that's really trying to be hidden from us, but it's there. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. And I always think those fours, like what's being laid down, what's new ground, pentacles of earth, tangible abundance. She's holding within her. The classic tarot card of this is he's got his foot on each pentacle. He's got like one close to him, like he's holding on tight. What's, there's this pulling restrictive in, even though there's like wanting of a new foundation of things. So when I, of course, I've asked what is being hidden here. You know what? I'm getting a couple messages from that. So I'm just going to get a clarity card because I'm like, what? Pardon? What is that? I just want some clarity. What is being hidden? What does this Four of Pentacles want us to know? Because we know this is about holding things close to us, starting foundations. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to hear it. Okay, I just want to get a card though. Yeah, I'm getting this one here in regards to there is there's an agenda is what I'm hearing. An agenda that it has something to do with how money is going to be maneuvered and work, new structure within the world. And there's things that are being hidden about the flow of financial abundance and what things are going to look like. There's an agenda that is hidden. They don't want us to know. And we have the World card. Now, typically, this World card is like the final, the finish. So there's two things here. One, whatever's coming through from this, things are going to look very different for us. There's going to be new total what's coming foundations is going to be different with our financial world. I think a lot of us are sensing that, feeling that, knowing that. So I'm going to say, start putting some energy towards that, how you want that to look and feel for yourself. Also, but what's being hidden is that they don't want us to see, and they're misdirecting us that there's any of this happening, which we all, most of us know is a bunch of bull. And it's affecting the world. There's something that's not just here in our country, it's here going on in the world. There's a bigger picture, and it has something to do also with financial abundance. It is very hidden. It wants to be hidden from us, but the reality is we are seeing these are the energetics that I think a lot of us are feeling, and it's coming up that we are seeing, but that there's a collective power that's wanting these type of energies to keep us down and for us not to see, but let's see, because we want to see this, right? We want to see that there is connection and community and something growing. We want to see that there is partnerships and collaborations and care for each other. It is happening. We want to see that we have the power to create new stability, new ways to manage financial wealth and abundance, or just like how we navigate with exchange of money and wealth and care with each other. There's something new that's coming. That's the full message there for that. And so what is rising up? Now we can take this essence, right, guys, and we can rise this up to our awareness, and it's already trying to show us something. But what this week, January 10th, what is rising? What will we notice is breaking through, supporting us this week? What is breaking through, supporting us this week? January 10th. Ooh, January 10th to the 16th, 2022. What is breaking through? Choice of decision. Sweet. These are excellent cards. Awesome. 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 Really good cards. Okay, so we get the Lovers. So sacred union, partnerships coming together. The Lovers are also about a choice and a decision that has to be made. And then we have the fulfillment of the 10 of Pentacles. It's like it's fulfillment of knowing that we have everything that we need. So a reminder like of that being filled and yourself being filled up abundantly, whether it's money, financially, but things in your life, community, family. This is rising, this essence to remind us of that. And then we have justice. Don't we just want to see justice? Yes, we do. So there's a balance, right? There's justice. There's something coming through this week that's saying there's choices and decisions, possibly union. The fulfillment, knowing that we are filled and taken care of in different ways in our lives, and justice, evening the board, balancing the scales. There's an energy that is rising. I also, I'm getting a very, with this Lovers card, a very message about, I'm getting things like Adam and Eve, but I'm also getting like, good and bad, evil versus divineness, but that there's this over angelic being, the sun blessing this card. But there is a message here about the struggle of the two sides. And I think what's happening here, what I'm getting is that we may see what's rising is seeing possibly more of that struggle, right? Between the two sides, between people, between, how there is this division, how people are trying to understand, and there's this clash, but there's a rising up, whether it's within people or our country or politics, the government, whatever it is, there's this battle of good and evil, right? Happening, and choices that are having to be made. There's pressure on for choices to be made. Lovers card. And feeling that we are fulfilled, we are looked after. I know some of us are getting worried about certain things, and we've been trying to be wise, but we also know things are getting a little more scary out there with some things. So look at your community, look at what's around you, build your community. This is rising. 10 of Pentacles, community, abundance, support is rising. Justice is rising. Okay, excellent. And how to navigate this? How are we gonna freaking navigate this? That's probably like a freaking question every day. Sorry guys, I'm looking for a tarot deck that I want to use around here. How are we going to navigate this crazy ass world? Right. Good question. How are we navigating this week? Because we want to focus a week at a time, because we don't really know what's coming in the next month. Let's work on this week. Well, how are we navigating? What support is for us to navigate this week? Judgment. Judgment. The 5 of Swords. Okay. One more card. Too many cards are wanting to come out. One card, please. The navigation of this week, January 10th, for us to support us through this week. The World. Well, we have the World. Oh, we have the World twice. So we have Judgment, Five of Swords, and the World. I'm hearing we have to be willing to watch how we judge. We have to be willing to look within. We have to be willing to transform ourselves, to help those rise up into transformation of rising into something more and higher. There is this feeling of how we communicate, how we speak this, how we act and present this. So being clear and being wise of how we present as we bloom out, as we walk, as we navigate these times, these waters, this week ahead. How do we master it with flow and ease? The Five of Swords here, there is a battle. The swords are about the mind and communication and the challenges with that. Ready and preparing yourself. Prepare yourself on how you are navigating your thoughts, how you are speaking your words. Are they coming in a conflict way, or are they coming out in a way and receiving to you in a way that is for the higher good, for change? Five is about change, the number five. So how are you going to navigate this? You have the power and you have the choice. And then the World. We get the illumination of the moon here once again. Thinking in a bigger way, thinking in a whole and holistic way. What do you want? She's looking into this moon itself, into this big, beautiful sphere. What are you focusing on is what I'm hearing. So how are you speaking? How is the judgment within yourself, judgment with others? How do you show up in how you are communicating, how you are thinking, how you're receiving thoughts and words? Are you use them for power or for higher good? Are you letting them beat you up and down? Are you coming off sharp as a sword in battle? Or are you coming off in a way of empowerment as you process through? And how you want this world to be manifesting. Keeping your eyes on the prize is what I'm hearing. So we're navigating this week about how we are showing up for ourselves, how we are mastering and showing this for others. We start this week on an 8 energy day, which means about how do we want to show up and master our physical, our mental, emotional, and spiritual selves. What do we want to be known for, and what do we want to leave behind? This is what we start our energy on when we think of numerology for January 10th through, is that we go into the Mercury retrograde this week. And so communication and how we are thinking and how we are moving forward is wanting extra care. And we leave this week as we move into a full moon. So there is energy rising for clarity. Clarity here, what has to go, may have to be detoxified within yourself, within people, surroundings of things. Knowing you are well, you are good. Look after yourself, nurture yourself, and have the power within yourself to see, to be brave, to see the clarity, what needs to be seen here. What do you want to see of this world? And it's funny because this energy almost gives me the world kind of feeling of cards when we had a clarifier here of the world and we have a world here. There's something bigger that we need. I'm hearing we need to make sure we keep on focusing on where we want to go and what we do want, because it is very heavy on some days. Most days, let's be honest. Most days these days, we're trying to navigate and survive the days. So we also must take time to think about the world we want. and we get to create something new because we're not going back to the old. So what is that? And put some time and energy and focus there. I hope that is helpful and gives you some support for this week ahead. I'd love to hear your feedback. If there's anything you would like me to talk about, to offer support, any other readings, anything along those lines of the magic that I do in the world, please reach out to me. And also for those of you that are interested in how the divine masculine and feminine within yourself and within your relationships is navigating this week, there is also reading posted for that too. So I send you guys all beautiful hugs. We are in this together. We are not alone. There is many of us. There is, even though we're trying to be divided and make it seem like we are alone, but we are not. So thinking of you guys, and thank you for all your support.